Okay guys, so before we get started, we always have to explain to everybody a little bit about Champions Way. We're like the East Coast office for Champions Way. So a couple of things, obviously our headquarters is in Vancouver, British Columbia. It was founded by Master Farid. Okay, Master Farid was a world champion kickboxer. He decided to make his own software. That's how it started. It was called the MAST program. Obviously now you know we use Perfect Mind. We have over 5,000 clients, like martial arts schools. Now we're getting into like all business. So we're not just martial arts. We have yoga, Pilates, dance, restaurants, car washes. We have a lot of different types of businesses now we work with. And then the most important thing too is down here at the bottom. If you want to follow us on it and get a lot of really valuable content for free, you can follow us on our Facebook page. There's always blog posts for business owners. Facebook.com/championsway, Twitter.com/championsway. Always good links on there for information. YouTube.com/championsway Inc. And then our blog, blog.championsway.com, and then our community. I'm not sure if you're on the community, but it's community.championsway.com. There's over 3,000 martial arts schools on there, discussions, topics, different things like that. All right, so next slide. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about today is your role in social media, like what you should be doing. Okay, and there's a couple things. Some people have their staff members here, that's fine. But what I'm talking about when I say you is like the owner. So like junior instructors, assistants. Don't say anything personally when I talk today, because the thing is, the school owners, like I have to make sure you understand what their role needs to be, and sometimes, like I said, it's more about the owner. So we're going to be talking a lot about that. And Rich, you're going to be like you're going to learn a lot today too. It's going to speed up, to get you where you need to be. So takeaways. Okay, let's go. We're going over 5 takeaways. So the first is the role of the owner with social media. Like, what is the owner's role? What should the owner be doing? Okay, every single day. Like, you must be present in it, some capacity. Like, if days go by, we're not doing the simple tasks that I'm asking you to do, it's gonna die. It's just not gonna grow. You're not gonna know what's going on. So you have to be involved in some capacity. Number 2 would be the role of the first impression. So no matter if we have a car wash, a restaurant, okay, no matter what business we're talking about, what is the role of the first impression as soon as they're walking in? Like no matter if they're a client, a lead, there is a role for something to go on. If not, you're basically just losing money. Like, you have to understand, and I'll be showing you what I'm talking about. If you don't grow your social reach, like that will be, your database is dying every day. Every day your database of like a name and a number or an address or something like that, every day is getting more worthless because you're not going to be able to do anything with it anyway. Someone's name is, if you have 8,000 people and you don't get them onto your social networks in the next year or two, year basically, it's going to be worthless. So we're going to be explaining to you the role of the front desk person and what they should be doing. It's really simple, and you might have someone that maybe is in the best position, and my thing is to give you the truth. So if that person, it doesn't fit, it's either we replace them or we get someone else, or that they can conform to what we need. It's that simple. Well, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Okay, well, if we train them and they still don't feel comfortable doing it, and they're not driving people to our Facebook page, then they got to go. They're going to kill us. We need to have someone there every day that when I show the reports that you need, they have got to do it. Like my receptionist, Samantha, it's a shame she's not here. Sam would tell you she's awesome. Like, she's on top of it. She does what I tell her to do. Sometimes she doesn't like it, and sometimes we argue. And at the end of the day, like 2 days later, she'll always be like, "Yeah, like you're right." And I'm like, I know. And we mess around, so we have a good relationship. But thing is, she's always getting people on Facebook. If you saw what she's doing on Facebook now, it'd be great for your front desk to see it. Like, we have a better. We get most of our delinquents. She gets from Facebook. She gets them to pay from us on Facebook. Swear to God. I can show you her account. It's unbelievable. She's in contact with so many people because that's the best way to contact them. They're all on Facebook. So anyway, then number 3, the role of the experience. The experience is like your school, or your business, like the experience overall going on, the things that you should be aware of. Like when clients are talking to you, when someone's talking about your business, when someone has a question. It doesn't always have to be good. People, they miss that one. Like if you're always good stuff, that sometimes you have to put in there like when someone has a really concern about something they didn't like, and then showing how you address it. People want to see that. Like a parent wasn't happy about the demo team practice, whatever. Like get them on video and then show them what you did to make the situation better. So don't be fake, is what I'm saying. It's not always going to be like the greatest. And if someone does post a bad comment, like the most common reaction is to delete it. But what you should be doing is responding to it immediately, showing that you care, and then handling it offline. And we're going to be talking about that a lot too. Like social media everybody thinks it's all online. It's not. That's what I'm trying to show you guys with your staff. It's your staff's job to bring offline online. Okay, I'm teaching a class right now. This is my class. You guys are my students. I clap it in. I'm always clapping everybody in. I'm saying, guys, okay, we just worked on this technique. All right, you guys are getting better at it. All right, but the thing is, you're not understanding the science behind it. Tonight when you go home, go on my Facebook page. I want to give you 5 tips of this technique to make you understand it better. And I want you on there tonight. Go to my Champions, the Facebook page, Champions Fans. Go to it, okay, and get the tips. And I want to get you guys involved. You see what I'm saying? I just directed them to Facebook. Like I said, I brought my class in. I bring them in all the time. You have to be thinking about motivation all the time. Mike Singletary. Some of you guys are too young. You don't know who he is. I said, who knows who Mike Singletary is? Half of them didn't know. And I said, great. Okay, if you do know, that's great. But when you go home tonight, I want you to go on Facebook and tell me who Mike Singletary is. I said, if you know who he is, he's like a middle linebacker for the Bears. He was amazing. He was a Hall of Famer. And what I was talking about with the children was focus. And I said, you guys are doing kata. You're doing your forms, and to me, it looks like your spirit is not into it. So I'm trying. Again, I took something else and said, go on Facebook. I want you to tell me who Michael Singletary is. And like 3 of them did it. But the thing is, that's what you need. Those are the types of things you need to do. Bring them offline, online. You have a discussion on Facebook. Like my question is, like again, I don't see anybody doing this, but if you have a question, like it's great to put it on Facebook. But why aren't we talking about it in our regular classes every single day? Like if the discussion is, what do you think about our summer schedule? Okay, well you know the NFL Network. Okay, you need to focus on people that are bigger. NFL Network is $1 billion, ridiculous, probably almost, I don't know how many billions of dollars business it is. Okay,
9.
But I was on there last night, right?
9 billion.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I know we're heading in the right direction on everything we're telling you to do because they're doing it. Like they're on NFL Network, and because I believe Facebook will be integrated with television. Like it's going to happen. Like that is their goal. Like you see it happen in movies. So they said like, okay, and join our discussion now on who do you think should be drafted in the first round. Like we want you to go to our Facebook page. They're saying on television. You see what I'm saying? So they're taking they're using television and taking them to Facebook, and then they're getting more interaction on television, on a Facebook. So offline, online. We're going to talk about that too. The reports you need. Okay, if you don't have the right reports, it's like we're going in a circle of just not even knowing what we're doing. It's really simple. 3 reports. 3 reports. If you have them, then you can see at the end of the week, then of the day, then of the month, whatever, what is really happening with your social media. If you're not doing that, guys, you're just really doing a terrible job for your school. Like you've got to be on top of these. So you'll have them today, and you can go right into them. And then the final thing will be how to plan, measure, and adapt. How to plan. We're going to show you how to make your plan, or how to use our plan, how to measure your plan, and then how to adapt. You have to adapt. Things are going to work, things aren't going to work. Certain keywords aren't going to work, certain keywords are going to work. And the thing is, now, some of you guys have been doing it for a while, some of you guys are just getting started. I'm going to help both of you guys. I'm going to explain to you the people that are just getting started, and also the people that have been going for a while. The people that have been going for a while, you guys are almost ready for the next phase. Which, the thing is, I've already battle tested for you. I've already done it through Champions Way. I'm not going to go out there, and I pride myself on never telling you to do something that I haven't done. Some of you guys have been in my courses, right? Online for Champions Way. You've been to my social media course. You've been to the state development course. We've got over 500 people registering for those types of events. Now, the next thing I want to see some of you guys doing is offering your own types of courses, your own types of kits for leads, for prospects. That's a big thing in the future. People are going to be doing that. So if you're not like have the basics down and you have no reach, there's no point in offering a course. There's no point in offering a kit because there's no reach. So we're going to be working on that. All right, so those are our takeaways. Takeaway number 1, the role of the owner with social media. I put this slide up here because that's the number 1 response I get whenever I'm talking to an owner of any business. Okay, they're just like, whoa, like I don't know. That's a lot of work. I don't know if I want to do with it. I don't want any. I'm too busy. I don't know what you could be too busy with, where you're not caring about the future of your business. That's like my bottom line for anyone. You're so busy, okay, but you don't want anything to do with social media. That's like it's like just not a smart thing to say because that's how you're gonna get your leads. That's how you're gonna get your students. That's how you're gonna get your business. So I don't know what you're so busy with, and you're like, I don't want to do it. And then here's the thing. So I'll tell you what. Okay, I don't want anything to do with it, but you know what, Jimmy here, Nick, I want you to work with him. All right, he's 16. He's amazing. He knows Facebook, and I would say like, no, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. Like, no offense, I don't care how good he is on Facebook and he's whatever, this kind of stuff. He doesn't understand business. This is a business. This isn't like it's okay to get them involved, okay? But to sit there and tell me, like, you know, like, okay, well, the future of my business depends on Jimmy, or he handles all my social media. I've told people, like, no, like, I'm sorry, then I can't, I'm not, why? There's no point in me working with a 16-year-old, no offense, guys. But it's just that we cannot, you don't want to put the hands of your business into a 16-year-old. They don't understand marketing, they don't understand sales, they understand social media, they understand a text message, but they have no idea when it comes to, like, what we're trying to do. The sales process, the marketing process, that is way beyond what they can even think of. So so when the owner says that, that's not good. We cannot have that type of mentality. You must be involved. All right. And then, like I said here, unfortunately, like you know, the people that aren't, I'm going to show you the data that's going to prove they will be gone. Yeah. Like, you know, if you're not involved in your social media efforts, okay, like it's like if you don't see it, I'm going to illustrate it to you very clearly. You know that you will be gone in the next 2 years, probably less than that, 2 years. You've got to grow your social reach. If not, you're going to be like I said, that database every day it's dying. All the traditional methods are dying. So then you're going to want to try to get students. Where are you going to go? If you're trying to promote, if you haven't built it up, there's going to be nowhere to go. Like, you know, cold calling is not going to cut it. Like, are you going to call like for a week to get one person? That's just not going to do it. Like cold calling 4 hours a day, because most people they're not even open. So then they get in at 2 o'clock. We call for 2 hours, classes start, and if you're relying on that from your birthday leads, it's just like it's not going to work. So we're going to do some new methods to help you out. Okay. That's the wrong slide. Okay, so your business will die. Your business will die. It'll be too late for you to recover. So we're trying to say, from the owner's perspective, if you just you delegate to someone else, you have nothing to do with it. All right, like your business, it'll be too late for you in a year from now to say to me like, okay, well let's try to get it going now. Like, you don't have time for that. The other thing too is your competition will be far ahead. Okay, they'll be so far ahead. If your competitor's doing it, remember how the internet works. Okay, this is like every day they're doing it, and you're not doing it, is a day where you're never going to catch up with them. So if you're like, you know, in your area and every day you're building that reach, you're building it up, okay, and your competitor is not, that's good for us. Okay, but then vice versa, like if they are and you're not, that's not good, because they're gonna keep, every time they post on Yelp, the more they're seen, it's going to be more of a competition. The internet has a history, and so will you or your competitors. So that's just like what I said. There is a history. It's either going to be you or your competition. I said it 2 years ago. I said it 2 years ago. Next slide. That you're a media company, and the question is, do you know it yet? 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, a year and 8 months ago, I don't know how long ago it was. I told you guys that you are a media company. All right. I have the tools. Champions Way has the tools to that you need to market. But if you don't realize yet that you are a media company, every day that goes by, you're again doing the disjustice to your business. All right, and like we talked about too, where I'm not telling you to go out there and get like a PR person. Like, you are the PR. Like, why would you hire a PR company when, like, for press releases, when they're freepressrelease.com? Have your own press releases. Okay, this is it. You just a basic video, all right, a basic camera phone or whatever, all right. And then you're on Facebook, you're doing your things, all your events you're doing, you're just a flip camera or a phone. That's all you really need. But I said it 2 years ago, and now the thing is, hopefully you guys are getting on top of it, and you're getting that content out there. The more objects that we talked about that you're distributing, that people are seeing, like it does work. And I showed you too, like we get, so like when you type in martial arts Turnersville, kickboxing Turnersville, karate Turnersville, not only on the first page, I am all the pages. Like, I'm all the pages. And that is from producing content consistently, and that we're not even doing as much as we should. We could be doing more, but we're still. Sensei John does a good job. Rachel does a good job, but we want more content, more videos. All right, and that's your job. Like, you are the media company, so that's why without a plan of attack, like your marketing plans have got to incorporate social media marketing. Like, if you're just still like cold calling these people, doing it, like, and you're not talking about Facebook like contests, all right. And things like that, you're not going to see any type of growth. So you are a media company. Question is if you know it. You do not you're not a media company if you have no idea what is going on. Okay, if you don't know what's going on at all, like, we're going to help you with that. Also, If you think your 17-year-old son, daughter, assistant, whoever, can get it done alone, that we talked about that too, that's not going to work. All right, they can be involved in social media, but they're not the person that's in charge of your social media. That's not, we're not doing that. You are letting the future of your business, okay, be run by a teenager. You know, we can't have that. You know, they can be involved, but we can't have them do it. You say, and this is what I'm saying up here is like, this is when if you're in trouble if you're saying things like this. I want nothing to do with it. All right, I want nothing to do with social media. I'm too busy, whatever. That's not good. We don't want to be saying that. All right. You say once my website is fixed, I will get started. I hear that a lot too. Like I'm giving the excuses that I hear. Once my website is done, then I want to get started. Your website has nothing to do with it. Okay? Like that is like the worst excuse I've heard ever from people when they talk about their website's not done, okay, and they can't get involved with social media. Like that, who cares? Like if Champions Way or another company is making your website, what does that have to do with Facebook? I mean, like what, the link? That's it? So you're not going to do anything for like a month while you're going back and forth with designs? Like, there's nothing to do with it whatsoever. And just don't let that. If you're redoing your website or you're involved with another project. That I should be besides your website, whatever. I don't care. Like this still has to go on whether you have a lot of things going on or you don't. Okay. All right. The way you sell and market has changed. Okay. If you haven't noticed that by now, and most of you have, that's why you're here. Okay. So the good thing is we can't focus on the people that don't realize that. We're focused on the people that do, which is you guys. Sales and marketing has changed. Okay. So the thing is, just the basic common sense we talk about all the time. When you're driving people to Facebook and then they see everyone talking and everyone's happy, like you're selling. You know what I mean? That's selling your program, all right? Versus you talking about yourself. You know what I mean? I want to get a shirt made. Stop talking about yourself. You know, for people, like, and wear it. Remember it all the time. Stop talking about yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like I'm not. Like, when I'm doing all my social media stuff, I'm telling you what I do, but I'm not talking about myself all the time. I'm just trying to relate it to you guys. You do the same thing. Your clients are going to talk for you, all right, and that's going to help you out a lot. Soon there'll be a bunch of names that will be worthless, and that's what I was talking about with your database. Like just having a name and an address, okay? Like it's not. It's nothing. Like who cares if we have 7,000 people, we have 10,000 people champions, 9,000, something like that. At least 8,500 to 10,000 names, and you know what? I could care less unless I have them on Facebook. Unless I have them on Twitter, unless I have them on YouTube, like other than that, and their email addresses, like let's face it, they die. It's a 10% rate where they actually open them. So we got to get them onto our networks. We got to get them onto our networks. So eventually, like once we have a social site with Champions Way, then we have another platform that's going to be we can get them on there too, and our website will be connected to our software, everything. We want to make it simple for the consumer. When you have, Facebook's one thing. Like, no matter what, they're going to be on Facebook. But on our website, if they could actually, go into our own blog, our own software, our own courses, our own kits, right on our website, our social site with Champions Way, that'll be really easy for consumer. Make it as easy as possible for consumer. We talked about that all the time. Make one place, all right? But Facebook, they're still going to be on there. Maybe Twitter, maybe, but Facebook is where everybody is. All right. So next slide. The value of your business will be your social reach. Okay, that is the value of your business. Okay, so like what I've been doing you ask Samantha, like you could ask her, she's here with me every single day. I am working with every business around in this area. Like if I'm not, I'm at least trying, and she'll tell you like I'm every single business in this town I'm working with. I'm going to give you the same blueprint to show you how to do it. All right, that's why the education is so important, because if you're not a thought leader at least. If you don't understand social media, why are they going to listen to you? Like you can't just be like, listen, I know you own the pizza shop, but we just got to do some stuff together. Okay, well, why? What do you mean? Well, just social media is big right now. Like, that's not enough, right? It's not enough. So like these little workshops that I'm having, like you can be having the same thing on a Saturday or Sunday at your school. That's it. And then basically, once you start working with those businesses, and they start seeing that you know what you're talking about. Now you're able to like cross promote and work with them. So it's taken a lot more time than I thought, to work with the local businesses, because then the thing is I have to grow their reach too, because they'll know what they're doing. So like I'm helping them grow their reaches, and I'm not just going to here's the thing, patience. People get impatient and they think that you start networking, you start getting some people you're working with, and then right away you start promoting on their networks, and then people just go away. It doesn't work like that. Build them up first. Relax, okay? Calm down. Build them up, help them out, get their network going. All right, so they have like 500 fans or something like that, somewhere around that. Then you can start doing cross promotions and like make it subtle. Don't just make it some like blatant thing that's a sales pitch, because no one's gonna care. Just have them suggest to your, like, you know, hey guys, I work with, you know, Rich the accountant at Schwartz & Associates. I recommend everybody. Suggest it to all his friends. All your friends become a fan of his page. Something similar to that. We're not just like, buy this, you know, like, people don't want to do that. So, so the value of business will be your social reach, or how far someone else could reach for you or with you. All right, what I mean by that is like, okay, so all you guys are not martial arts school owners. You guys all are in this town. Okay, she owns the pizza shop. He owns the car shop. You know, Mario owns whatever. He owns a restaurant. Rich is the accountant. Dan owns the personal training system. You know, everyone's different. Okay, so now all of a sudden, like, this is our network group. He's got 500 fans. He's got 2,000 fans. He's got 5,000 fans. 4,000 fans. Okay, now, so like, as us working together, we're reaching 25, 30,000 people. That's what we're trying to do. If we're reaching 30,000 people, and then here's the thing, like think about it. Like, social media, this might not sound that great, but it's the truth. Social media is basically manipulation. That is what it is. As sad as it is, it doesn't sound that great. But if people will believe you, if it's the truth, they will. So what happens is, all these people, they start saying like, wow, you know, like, I know this, like, everyone's champions, like, you know, Versus Bakery, they love champions. You know, this other guy, he loves champions. Like, you see that they're all interconnected. So don't you think naturally when someone sees that all the major businesses in the town are working with champions, or working with the accountant, or working with the Versus Bakery, or working with whatever, okay, they're basically going to say like, okay, well that's the new way of branding, and saying that's the guy. Where before it was like going out and doing flyers all the time and, you know, all that stuff, whatever. You know, like, you were in the community, you're doing all that stuff. But now other businesses, like, you know, they're going to say, oh yeah, you know, John, definitely, you want to do martial arts, go see John. You know, like, that's what they're saying online about your business. That's what they're saying. Go see John. You know, go see Mario. Go see Nick. All right. So it's not, again, if you think it's just going to be something where you call everybody in one day and it just happens, it's not going to be like that. So what I'm slowly doing is developing this network. You know, we have a lot of people, and it's growing. Ms. Sam will tell you every single day. Every single day we're getting someone else, and then we're helping them. We're helping them. All right. And one thing I used to say, me and John Mount, we talk every day. One thing this is a great one to think about. When you walk into a business, okay, like, my approach was always different. When I first started in this town, I'd walk into a business, and I instead of me being like, yo, do you mind if I put some flyers here? I would have a totally different approach. I'd go up to them and say, hi, my name's Nick. I'm sorry, I'm sure you're busy, but I just want to let you know that I own the martial arts school in town. I was wondering if you had any flyers, because I like your sandwiches. They're really good, and you know, whatever. So I go a different approach. Well, it's the same thing with social media. Like, if I just go up to somebody like, yo, listen, you have like 5,000 fans. Could you like promote me? You know, they're just not going to do it. So help them first. You know what I'm saying? Help them first. That's it. And then you become the person in town. Like, go see Charles, man. Go see. Like, listen. You know, the word is going to spread. It's already spread around here, and that's why I said, like, we're not going to have you do things that don't work. So if you haven't gone through the social media course, if you don't understand social media, if, like, you know, if you understand the science of social media, then when you try to talk to people, they're not gonna believe you. Like, it's like when I sit down with someone, there's no denying. Like, I'm explaining to them, this is a science, this is how it works, this is what you need to do. I'm not giving them unrealistic hope. We're gonna triple your business in 1 week. You know, you start telling that to people, it's like, come on, it's not what it's about. That's not what it is. All right, so the value of business. Okay, so two types of owners. We'll go right into it. All right, the first type of owner is the owner that is building a network. All right, the owner of the business. That is, like, you see that right there? That red guy in the center is the owner who every day is building his network. Every day, all right? Just building his network. That's part of the daily job. They're talking to their students, they're talking to everybody, and they're building their network. All right? Then next slide, this is what I call too late. So you have the one that's building a network, and the guy who's going to wait, okay, another 6 months, year and a half. And then all of a sudden, like, I can tell you right now, like, I really believe the way I see this is growing. We're always going to help you out, but the thing is, some people, I think in a year that are trying to get started, I think they're going to be a lot more frustrated. I think they're going to be a lot more impatient. I think they're a lot more pissed because they're never going to be able to catch up. Like, they're just going to be like, dude, oh my God, like, this guy is killing me. Like, everywhere I go, Premier Martial Arts, they are all over the place, or ABC Martial Arts, whatever the name of school is, you see them everywhere. All right, and that's they're not going to be able to change that because they've been doing it for consistently for a while, and so now you're just going to say to me like, Nick, I need to beat him right now. Okay, and it's just not going to work. It's like SEO. It's like, if someone's been on Google for first page for 5 years, and you just want to try to beat them, it's not going to happen. Like, if someone tells you they are, they're lying to you. Like, if they're doing it longer than you, unless you're going to pay even more money, like crazy money to be ahead of them, it's just not going to work. So you're going to be, what I say is too late. And when I say too late, I'm also talking people that don't get involved in the next year. Honestly, I think they'll be devastated. A year and a half. They wait a year and a half. By that time, I think they'll just be too late. So let's move on. Okay, so if you're already going full force, so this is like John Arena, this is like Charles, I'm trying to think who else. Pretty much, I know you guys have been doing it. Mario, Master Baylor, they've been doing it too? Mm-hmm. Who's this?
James.
Really? Awesome. Okay, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Awesome. I never met her before, so they've been doing it full force too? Mm-hmm. Great. So you're going full force. This is what you need to do. All right? And then the next page I want to show you, I don't know there yet, the people that are just getting started, like you're just getting started, you have no idea what to do. So if you're watching this and you're not sure what to do, hold on a second, let me start with this. Okay. So if you're already going full force, this is the next thing, staff management. All right? Like, whether it's you, your instructors, the whole thing I talked about, the first impression, which we're going to get to, and then also the experience, okay, and then the reports. That is all staff management, like what they're doing, okay? I'm not saying to kill them, but I'm saying when you start getting someone who's just not into it and stuff like that, they're going to hurt you. Like, you can't have people like that. It's interesting. I have two schools. I have one school that's involved heavily in social media, and I have another one that is actually just starting to get into it. I got one of my schools on Living Social, right? If you know what that is, it's a Groupon. I got them on there, and I was in with them. Samantha was out with them one night, and he's like, I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with Living Social. So then I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, really? Like, do you just want your business to die? So then finally, when I sat down with him and explained to him what it was, then he's like, oh yeah, I want to do it. You know what I mean? So the thing is, like, again, that's interesting because here I am, teaching people everything, but I can't force them to do it. I can't. I'm not there. Like, I can't say you've got to get. Like, I can't do it. So interesting. And then the daily job description. So what is the front desk person? Make it simple for them when we're starting out. That's really simple. Just keep it simple. Just start with Facebook. Get their job is the front desk or whoever's. When someone comes in, yo, are you on our fan page yet? No. And then here's the thing. Don't just like try to push them to your fan page. You got to give them something. They're not just going to go to your fan page just because you're telling them to go to your fan page. Like, use the $25 gift card that I'm going to show you later that goes to everybody when they become a fan, whether it's a student or it's a lead. All right, it's a form, and then it's also tracked into your Perfect Mind account. So that way, if you're the front desk person, hey guys, are you a fan yet? No. Okay, cool. Listen, we have new sweatshirts coming in, and listen, if you become a fan, there's a coupon here. It goes towards a $100 purchase. Like, I'm trying not to kill you guys. I'm trying to give them a $25 credit towards the purchase of $100 if they're a current student. Or if it's a lead, same thing. $25 credit towards a one-year program. Or whatever, not like every month, just $25 towards their enrollment process. Keeping it really simple. Keep it simple. Like, I'm telling you, that's it. It's made. Put your logo on it, and keep it simple. The more confusing it is, well, I want this link, I want that. People don't understand. I've been studying the science of these landing pages for years, I'm sorry. So, the more confusion on there, is that people are just they're not going to fill out the form. It's just too much. Name, email address, and that's it. That's all we really want from them. And then if they fill it out and they get the form, it's your job to call them, not my job. All right, your job. You call them up. Hey, listen, I saw you wanted that $25 gift card. So when would you be able to come in so we can get you in for a lesson? Every day you're getting likes on your Facebook page. Every day. All right, and then you sit and here's Nick, man, I'm not getting any leads, and I'm not getting anything. It's okay, yeah, you are. Okay, you got 100 new people on Facebook. What more do you want? Are you kidding? I mean, 50 of them are leads. 50 of them are people that are not in your school. Okay? To me, I'm good for 2 years with you. All right? Whether you follow with them or not, that's up to you. It's not my job. You want me to get someone to follow with you? Okay, we can talk. It's going to cost you a lot of money to have someone on top of that. You don't want to do that. You want to do it yourself. You don't want me doing it. hey, my name's Nick, I'm from Champions Way. Listen, I know nothing about the school, but you know what I'm saying? So that's that's your job. Okay, so the monthly plan, which is in the library, will be released tomorrow. I'm a little bit behind with the library. It's a huge piece of work that we made for the SMO clients. And it's simple. That way, print it out, and then change it. I'm not saying that you're never going to use exactly what I make. But I gave you the guideline to go through with your staff. You have a staff meeting, oh wow, this is cool. And then even in there, like basic tips on Facebook, the changes, okay? And then the monthly stats, okay, that's the other thing, the monthly stats. You're going to get those reports today. What are the reports that I need? These are the reports, if you're on top of them, you're measuring everything, you're good. And then from there, you can see what's not going good. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, that's what you're following. That's their major report for your reach that you're looking at, and you're tracking all three of them. All right, we know Twitter is not the best, but still, I think that we should still keep track of that one as well. And then network and be an expert in your area. That's the thing. So you guys are all going. My job is like the thing that Master Freed and John we always talk about. It's about duplicating and replicating. All right, like very few people will do that. Okay, even martial arts instructors generally they will never teach their students as much as them. You've heard that before. Well, I never want my students, I could care less. I want all of you guys, if you guys are more successful, Champions Way will be more successful. We're giving you everything, all right? Like I want you to be me. I want you to be able to walk in a room like this and tell people like the same thing we're talking about. Because it's just common sense and it's the way you need to run your business. If you can do that, it's going to help you grow, it's going to help them grow, and it's a win-win for everybody. Simple. So that is your job. Okay, let's go to the people that are just getting started. So you're just getting started, all right? And I've actually turned down clients from the number one, which was the SMO course. Lady calls up, she wants to do social media, right? I'm talking to her for 5 minutes, I can tell she has no idea what she's doing. I said, I need you to go through the social media course. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm paying you. I said, no you're not. You're not paying me yet. I said, and secondly, like if you don't go through the course, I don't see why we should even work together. I said, because right now you have a false impression as far as what social media is. Like, right off the bat, she's like, so Nick, you're telling me like, okay, the first month, like, how many students should I expect? I'm just like, that's like asking me to predict the next, I don't want to say weather. That's like asking me to predict the weather. I don't know. Like, it's impossible. You know what I mean? So, anyway, we go back and forth, we're going back and forth. She refused to go through the course, and then I'm trying to make money too, guys. I have a family to support, but there's no point. I said, I'm sorry, it isn't going to work. Like, she didn't want to do it, she didn't want to learn anything. And she thought, so then she thinks that basically I'm going to come in and do all the work for her, and that's not the case. We're providing Champions Way. Like I don't even do any of your work. Any of you guys, I don't do any of it. Like this is what I do. This is my job. Like teaching you guys, that's what I do. And the tools that you have, it's your job to use them. Your job to not use them. Realize you are 1.5 years behind. So you're just getting started. All right, you right now are 1.5 years behind, like the average person that's in business. Okay, so understand that. It's important for you to know. Be patient, and you will catch up. So that's important for you to know too. You're just getting started, no problem. Be patient. Okay, like you will catch up. It is a system of best practices and not a quick way to get students. That's what social media is. It's not just a quick way to get leads. We're improving everything every day, which we're going to show you some of the stuff today for your Facebook. But be patient. Set clear, small goals, okay, like you did with martial arts. We're all martial artists, most of us, okay, sorry Rich, all right? But, one thing we did was, we know, like, we talked to so many students, like, you're a white belt, and you're a yellow belt, orange belt, okay? Well, it's the same thing, look at your fan page, okay, I want 100 fans, I want 200 fans, I want 300 fans, 500 fans, 1,000 fans. YouTube, small goals, okay? I want to make sure that my front desk by the end of the month knows what the heck they're doing, all right? I want to know by the end of May, my staff is, like, pumping out Facebook contests and doing things. That's it. These systems need to be implemented, or it just will not work. Just it'll die. And then also get a mentor. All right, one of our clients. Like you guys should be talking to each other. Like we're Tony Miller. All right, she's one of the best. All right, you should be talking to her. Like, write her name down. Contact her. Tell her what are you doing. How did you double your school in the past year? And when she tells you she does no traditional marketing and everything's been through Facebook and all the stuff we're telling her to do, there you go. It's just the Kerseys. They're one of the, in Canada, they're one of our best clients. They're amazing. They're doing a really good job. There's a lot of them, but and network with each other. Before you guys leave here today, just exchange numbers. And Charles, he's on fire too. He's doing it really well with it. So just network. That's what you need to do. And That's if you're getting started today. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so takeaway number 2. I spent a lot of time on number 1, so I'm going to have to get moving because we still have another presentation too. The role of the first impression, which is the front desk. Okay, so let's go into this. Yeah, here you go.
That was my first reception.
Yeah, we've all had receptions like that. Yeah. Well, that person's not helping us grow. So I mean, that's like and that it's the truth though, right? Sometimes I've seen it. Like you have front desk people and it's funny too. Like I did a staff development course, and people said when they went through the testing section, they said, "Did you have a bad experience with a receptionist?" And I said, "Well, no." They said, "You're so condescending. Like your questions you were saying and stuff like that." I said, "No." I said, "I've had a lot of receptionists." I said, "And these are the problems I've had. How is it that why is it that I'm wrong when they're working but they're talking to their kids? Hey honey, hey, yeah. So yeah, we'll have some pasta tonight, and whatever. They go every 15 minutes." Then since Nick, I'll be outside. I have a personal call. Clock out. I don't care. You can take as much personal time as you want. But when you're on my clock, I'm sorry. So it's not that I was being condescending. I'm saying the stuff that everyone else does not want to talk about. And I'm sorry if you're one of those people. You're on your cell phone when you're behind the counter, but it is out of control. I mean, people just they have no respect for you're the one paying them. And it's hard, and sometimes even Sam, she deals with a lot of people, and I'm like, "Sam," I said, "I don't care if you're your cousin, brother, sister, uncle, sister-in-law." I said, "Sam, you gotta tell them." I did it with Sam. When she first started, sometimes, and she's awesome now. She's awesome, and but she's getting frustrated because other people sometimes don't have the same vision as us. And I'm like, "Sam, but we're losing money. If someone's working for us." You know what I mean? And every 15 minutes they're going on the cell phone or going outside and doing their things. Why am I paying them? Do it. They're just but here's the thing. Why do they get offended when you tell them "Listen, I went through your hours, but you were on the phone for 2 hours and 48 minutes, so I took that out of your pay." And then they get offended. This is ridiculous. this is so receptionists. The first impression, guys, in your school, these people have got to be trained that while they're on their cell phones texting people. They just did not get these 4 people on my Facebook page, so they lost their money. That's it. And that's all we're trying to say. We're not in the staff development course. All the things I talked about, I'm generalizing about